found out initially that Isabel had cerebral palsy, it was very similar to the process that you go through, I think, when someone dies. Having a dream that your kid is going to do all the things that you would expect, like run down the street and run into your arms and you know, hit the home run in Little League and all those things that you think, well, that's not going to happen now. Well, now it's 9 years later, and in fact, those things are happening.
UCP of the Golden Gate is a nonprofit that provides programs and services for children and adults with disabilities throughout the Bay Area. UCP provides services in a variety of ways, such as our Everyone In program, which provides an aid for a child to be part of an after-school program. We offer our UCP basketball camp, which is called UCP Hoops, and one of our very special events is our Ultimate Holiday Party held each year in December to provide toys for children with disabilities.
The nice thing about the party is it gives them an opportunity to come get gifts that are adapted for them, stand in line and see Santa Claus and not feel rushed. They can talk with their devices or their switches and be able to be a little bit more themselves.
Nicole has lots of energy, so any outlets that we can find where she can expend some of that energy and be exposed to her peers and have that opportunity is fabulous. She has 3 older siblings who are round the clock participating in athletic events, and it's great for her to not be on the sidelines but to actually be right in there.
To have UCP pay for our aid, not only for 5 days a week in an after-school program, but for any time during school vacation, is an enormous help to us.
The main thing that I try to focus on with the kids is try and instill independence in them and confidence, and try and get them to socialize, because that seems to be a problem. Not many other kids are exposed to kids with disabilities.
Well, Kara helps me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
What the aid will do is stay as much in the background as they possibly can and come forward when Isabel needs them. That way, Izzy can blend in with those kids, and in a perfect world, her disability becomes invisible.
I'm 10, and my favorite sport is probably soccer and basketball.
I have a 10-year-old son with cerebral palsy, and he's been participating in the, quote, normal basketball programs. And, you know, he's an avid athlete, but, you know, the problem is that he's at a disadvantage because of cerebral palsy. He competes hard, he plays with passion. You know, it's my goal to get some kind of program started where my son and other kids like him could have a chance to participate on a more level court.
We are so happy to have Nicole be a game-on kind of kid. She is ready to dive into activities, and her signal is the fabulous UCP Hoops shirt that we have with the UCP logo. That comes out of the closet and she knows, now it's my turn. She does have physical challenges. She has variable muscle tones, so the more we can get her familiar with all parts of her body and moving her muscles in new ways, different than climbing up to the chair at the kitchen table, different than in and out of the car, having to access and become familiar with all the different parts of her body is terrific, and a new sport is a great way for her to have that exposure.
Our United Cerebral Palsy has been wonderful. They've printed up flyers, they've, you know, printed up t-shirts, and in terms of doing a lot of the administrative stuff, you know, they've been wonderful.
I think what's nice about this party is that there are a lot of parties at the holidays, and you know, a lot of times the intention is good, you get the invitation in the mail, but you know the house is not accessible, or the accommodations are small, and you don't want to feel like you're crowding, or it's just not really the appropriate venue.
This party initially began as an effort to raise awareness in the cost of adaptive toys and to provide some assistance to families in purchasing them. But as we've evolved over the past 7 years, we realized that for a lot of these children, because of accommodation issues or other issues related to isolation, this is the only party that they attend the entire year. So the party became just as important as the adaptive toy.
One of the things that we really love about this event is that when you bring your kids, the one that has a disability, You don't have to worry about having to care for whatever their disability is, whether it's feeding them through their G-tube or if they have autism, that they're going to run around. I mean, nobody's looking at you like, control your kid. And then the siblings get to meet other kids who also have a sibling with a disability. So I think that it's a win-win for all the kids.
They've really gone out of their way every year to make sure that it's in a place where the kids feel comfortable, the kids feel like that there isn't something that they can't do, that everything is 100% accessible to them.
For over 50 years, UCP at the Golden Gate has provided services to people with disabilities in the Bay Area. We couldn't do these programs without our volunteer support and generous contributions from our donors, foundations, and individuals. We look forward to serving our community in the Bay Area for the next 50 years.